everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're enjoying the first couple of videos. I know that I'm definitely enjoying coming up with everything for you to put on here. So I was going to post a hypnosis track the other day, and then I thought about it and I was like, maybe I should actually explain what hypnosis is first and explain the benefits, where it came from, a little bit of history, not to bore you, but a little bit of history, and then tell you what to expect going into the hypnosis tracks, because I know that there is a lot of misconceptions about what hypnosis is, how it works, and Hollywood has definitely not done hypnosis any favors. So without further ado, let me share my screen with you and we will get started. So I know that this is a little, like I'm really small in the corner, but there's a purpose for this. I just really want you to be able to see everything that I'm doing and while we talk about this, because I think it's really important. So if you want to take notes, if you're like me and you take notes about everything, please feel free. So this is going to just be a quick lesson about hypnosis. Hypnosis has been around for ever. It was used by the Egyptians. They had these things called sleep temples. I'm not sure if you're not aware of some of the history of the Egyptians. They used to have these sleep temples, and worshipers would come to these temples, and the priests would put them to sleep and suggest that they would be healed. And actually, most of the time they were healed, and they were using the power of suggestion. And that is exactly what hypnosis is. And honestly, with the history of hypnosis, I could honestly go on and on and on and on about it. But I won't bore you with that. But if you would like to learn about hypnosis a little bit more, there's this really great book. It's called The Wizard Within. And I'll put that in the details. But this has all the history. It even has like how to do self-hypnosis, which we're not going to get into in this video, but self-hypnosis is something that I do almost every day to help take control of my mind. So, but yeah, hypnosis can be used for so many different things. It's been used for pain management during surgeries. They're first coming out with anesthesia. There was a surgeon that actually used hypnosis as anesthesia and had extremely good results with not only the pain management portion, but also in the healing portion for his patients, which is incredible. There are women that use hypnosis during childbirth for pain management. It can be used for smoking cessation. It can be used for weight loss, and it can be really used for anything, because basically what hypnosis does is it takes our deep-rooted beliefs, something that maybe we don't actually believe, that maybe we've been like brought up with, or it's a belief of our family or whatever, we picked it up when we were little. We can reprogram that, and we can like actually change our way of thinking. And it's all just by the power of suggestion. So have you ever heard yourself saying like, I can't lose weight no matter how hard I try, or I'm not good at that, or I have a really terrible memory, I can't remember anyone's name? Those kinds of things, all of those have a negative suggestion within them. And then what happens is that our mind takes that and it forms this belief. And then that belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we're proving ourselves right by saying these negative things, or just by suggesting to ourselves that we are bad at something, or we can't do something no matter what. We're literally making that our truth. We're telling our own story. We're making that true for ourselves and for our life. Suggestion influences us every single day, and it has since the time we were born. You know, when we're little, we take on the suggestions of the adults around us because they're our only role models. And what we accept from those are the basis of our beliefs. And our beliefs are literally the guiding principles of our lives. This is so important when it comes to hypnosis, because we can take those beliefs and change them. We are not stuck with the beliefs that we've had since we're a child, especially if they're not our own, because that's what causes inner conflict. So before we can actually talk about the hypnosis portion, we have to talk about your mind, because there are actually two parts to your mind. You have the unconscious mind, and the conscious mind. So first we're going to talk about the conscious mind because they work together. So when you're conscious of something, you're aware of it. You know it's there. So our conscious mind is what takes in all the information. It analyzes it, makes comparison, reasons. It forms our responses to what's going on. So it's what takes in all of our things like touch, taste, smell, all of these things, and it takes in the data and forms a response to a presenting problem that we have going on. The unconscious mind is our storage. So our unconscious mind literally remembers every single thing that's happened in our lives, everything that we've tasted, smelled, every situation that we've been in. It is all stored in the unconscious mind. Whether you can pull it consciously is different. So there are things in the unconscious mind that are stored that you do not remember consciously, and that's okay. So the unconscious mind does a lot of things for us. It has 20 prime directives that we learn about in NLP training, but there are 4 that are really important for hypnosis. So the most important prime directive of the unconscious mind is that it preserves the body. It takes care of the body, right? It basically has a blueprint for your body in perfect health. And then it also has a blueprint of your higher self, which is like the perfect you. It has a blueprint for that. It knows how to do it. It preserves your body and it protects your body. The second thing is that it likes to follow orders. It really loves clear direction. It's kind of like, think about your unconscious mind like a 5-year-old sibling. So if you are direct to a 5-year-old, they probably know what you're saying. The commands that you're giving your unconscious mind, if a 5-year-old couldn't understand them, scrap it. It's too complicated, it's not specific enough, and you need to get more direct. It loves direct orders. The third thing is that it's symbolic. It loves symbols. So if I showed you a red sign with a white outline around it, you would know, I'm sure you're already thinking, oh, it's a stop sign. We would know what a stop sign was even if it didn't say stop on it, because our mind has taken that and it's made it a symbol. And that symbol has a direct correlation to the stop sign. And then the fourth thing is that it does not process negatives. This is 100% one of the most important things you could ever learn about your mind. And when I say that the unconscious mind does not process negative, mostly I'm talking about the word don't. I'm going to go back to the example of the 5-year-old. I know a lot of you probably have this experience. When you tell a child, don't touch that, what is their first reaction? To reach out and touch it. To reach out and do the one thing that you told them not to do. And it's because, especially when they're young, they really don't have any filters yet. And so all they hear is touch that. They don't hear the don't. Now we can talk about hypnosis. And first, I want to talk about what hypnosis is not. And hypnosis is not this guy. This guy is not what you should expect when going into hypnotherapy. There will be no one there with a little pendulum with a spinny screen that's telling you that you're very, very sleepy now. That's not it. It's not it. He's creepy, right? He's creepy. So, hypnosis is not sleep. So when you are in trance is what we call the relaxed state of hypnosis. When you are in trance, you are not asleep. You are awake, but just deeply relaxed. The other thing is that it is not a state of unconsciousness. You remain completely conscious the entire time. And the reason for that is that you have to be able to follow instructions, because all hypnosis is the ability to follow instructions. It is not being gullible. Just because you listen to a suggestion, it does not mean that you are gullible. It also does not mean that you are weak-minded. You are not being controlled by someone else, once again, because hypnosis does not work if you do not follow the instructions. So there is nothing that I can tell you to do that you will do automatically. You still have a choice. You get to choose whether you do it or not. So the last thing that hypnosis is not is a loss of self-control. It's actually the complete opposite, because you have all of the control in the situation. You have all of the control of if you allow yourself to go into trance or not. So now that we know what hypnosis is not, let's talk about what hypnosis is. So during hypnosis, you're awake. It is an awake state. It's just an extremely deep relaxation. You will be more relaxed than you have ever known yourself to be. So it's also the use of active imagination. And a lot of times as adults, we lose that. We lose our ability to use our imagination when really it's our number one tool. Our number one tool. And hypnosis helps work that muscle. And the more you work the muscle, obviously, the more it grows and the more you can use it. So it's really exercise for your mind. Hypnosis is exercise for your mind, and it helps you not only learn how to use your mind as a tool, but it also helps you get in rapport with your unconscious mind, basically back in rapport with yourself. It creates alignment. And the last thing that hypnosis is the ultimate display of self-control. And that is because hypnosis is literally your choice. It is literally following instructions. So the next thing we need to talk about is what you're going to expect. When I post these hypnosis tracks and you listen to them and you're hearing my voice give suggestion, I want you to know what to expect. The first thing that people say is that, well, I didn't feel any different, so I don't think it worked. A lot of people think when they come in to see a hypnotherapist or they listen to a hypnosis track, they think that there's going to be something like really different about trance. Trance is not about feeling like zonked out. It's just about being relaxed. So it is a normal, natural, relaxed state. Which brings me to number 2, is do expect to feel relaxed. You're going to feel increased levels of relaxation, which right now everyone could use more of. The third thing that I have stressed multiple times in this video is that you are in control. You are in complete control. During the trance, you need to know that you are in charge. You're in charge. So if I told you to stand up and it was safe for you to do so, you probably would, right? But if I told you to go rob a bank, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that at all, because you won't accept any suggestions that aren't consistent with your beliefs. So anything that basically doesn't match your moral code, you won't do. You'll come out of trance immediately. And then the last thing is basically trance is just learning how to be in trance. The more successful you are in following the suggestions, the deeper into trance you'll go, and then the more result you will have. Hypnosis is one of my favorite tools. It is one of my favorite things for myself, for my clients, and I'm really excited for you guys to experience the hypnosis. These will be a great tool for you to just come back to whenever you need and take some time for yourself and take some time to help heal what's going on in your mind. I really hope that you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share it with whoever you want. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.